mm, mm. Here we go. Here we go again. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Yeah, people, this is happening. I just want to know how many people are actually surprised at this point. How many people are actually surprised at what's going on right now? How many people are looking at social media and really saying to themselves, this is really happening? Yeah, people, this is really happening. This is what's going on. Can you truly believe what the heck is going on right now, people? It's like we're really doing this to ourselves. And look, it didn't even take long. It didn't take long for Falcons fans to get right back into what they always do. It never freaking fails. It never freaking fails when it comes down to that. Okay? It never freaking fails. What's going on, people? Yeah, boy, man, Mike here, coming at you guys. What's an impromptu show? Um, Kind of a state of union type of thing, man. Because this is what I call this is what I call bullshit. And I'm gonna call bullshit on every last one of you motherfuckers. Look, don't follow me nowhere on social media if this is gonna be your attitude all year. I don't want any of you near me. Don't invite me on your show. Don't ask me to retweet anything. Don't ask me for no favors if this is how you're gonna react all season. I don't want no part of this. I don't want any part of this. Because it's like I said, just it takes one game for you people to get right back into the same bullshit that we've been. And you want to really like get mad at a person like me for calling exactly what's the issue? It's you motherfuckers. It's you. It's you. Look at yourself in the mirror. All right, I'm sure y'all probably driving in the car. You looking in your phone right now. You probably looking at yourself because it's you. You're the problem. Turn your hand on, put your hand right in front of your face and look and see what your skin color is. Because this is what you look at your prints, your knuckles, all that. Just look at it. Put it in front of your face and just look at it. Do the Booker T 5 times, 5 times, 5 times, 5 times, 5 times. Do the John Cena. You can't see me, but only I want you to actually see yourself because you are the problem. It's not the Falcons. It's you. You're the fucking problem. All of you are fucking hypocrites. And it's just absolutely disgusting to see this. It's disgusting to see this. You should be ashamed of yourselves. You should be disgusted in the stuff that you've seen. It took one game, one poor game to sit up here and say, yep, we're back. The negativity is back. And like I said, it's most of these content creators. There's the people that call themselves expert and say, I watch film. I watch film and we need to get rid of everybody. One game and one preseason game where we're not starting a lot of first and a lot of seconds, but we're starting a lot of third and fourths, and we're really saying it's the end of everything. The end of everything. It's the end of everything because we've seen one preseason game where we really didn't look great at all. Where the defense, offensive line looked absolutely atrocious. Yeah, one game. And you see Falcons saying true colors. We got all these content creators going out their way trying to pretend it's like, all right, we're in trouble. It's time to panic. We need to get rid of everybody and bring in this person. Yeah. One game and we already right back to where we were. Yeah, like I said, this is it's not even the fact that it's ESPN. It's our own people. It be your own people that do it to you. It's your own people that does it, that does it. Yeah. So like for me, yeah, I'm gonna call out quite a few names because these people need to be they need to look at themselves in the mirror. They need to look at themselves in the mirror and just be honest about what's the issue. Everybody want to be a fucking guru. Everybody want to be right about this and everybody want to be right about that, but nobody's looking at this issue logically. I can pull up 15,000 tweets, 1,500 tweets, 150 tweets, or 15 tweets about how the Falcons injury issues. And am I wrong? Answer this in the comments. We were just saying we were tired of injuries. I don't care about this game, and then the game come, and here we talking about, man, we should have started all players. Yeah, we were just saying that to ourselves. We were literally just saying, I don't want to, want guys to get hurt, and here we go. Here we go. Man, I don't know what's wrong with Arthur Smith, man. He should have started some. He should have started him at least one play. Didn't we just see Logan Woodside literally almost rip his whole elbow out of socket on a freak play? Didn't we just see that? How many players this preseason, and we just saw um Jared Judy just get carted off in practice, and hopefully it's not a major issue. But if that's the case, guess what? All this for practice. Yeah, all this for a practice game for a preseason game. We sitting up here talking about getting to the Super Bowl, but we're mad at Arthur Smith for not starting his ones and twos against Pittsburgh. Yeah, serious question. This is another thing that people are saying too. What day is it, guys? What day is it? August 25th. So we got nearly 2 weeks and some change for this game against the Carolina Panthers. 2 weeks. So we got nearly 2 weeks. So, honest question: do you think that them playing this week against the Pittsburgh Steelers is going to matter if it's still going to be 2 weeks without playing? 16 days. Okay, 16 days. So we got nearly 16 days, okay? We got about 16, 15, 16 days where it's going to be off period. And you think that playing against the Pittsburgh Steelers last night was going to matter? That this team is going to keep up the quote unquote momentum or they ain't worried about their chemistry going into week one. You really think of your heart of hearts that a 2 week layoff is gonna matter going into September 10th? Now, it would have made sense. You would have had a point if you were talking about I want to see the players start because of chemistry issue, or you want them to be on the same page, or whatever the issue may be. But you're gonna sit up here and tell me that 2 weeks that players won't be ready in 2 weeks. See, this is exactly what we're talking about. This is exactly what we're talking about. This is why you should hit that subscribe button, because these some bitches are so emotional. It's so popular to talk about negative things. It's so popular to talk about who sucks and this person sucks and that person sucks. That's the easiest part. And when you disagree with a guy that's trying to protect his team, because the goal is not is one thing. What's the goal for this season, people? What's the goal for this season? I'm like, you guys tell me what the goal is for this season. What is your expectation for the Atlanta Falcons this year? And be honest, okay? I don't want that political bullshit. Like, I don't want none of that crap. So I want people to be totally honest about what their expectations are for this season. The goal is to win the NFC South. Okay. So who the teams that are in the NFC South are the Atlanta Falcons, the Carolina Panthers, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and the New Orleans Stinks. Four teams. The best of my knowledge, I don't think the Pittsburgh Steelers are even in the NFC South. Right? Yeah. I don't think the Pittsburgh Steelers are in the NFC South. I don't think I see the Saints on our list in the preseason. I don't think I see the Bucks or the Panthers on our schedule in the NFC South in the preseason. From the best of my knowledge, I don't remember seeing any one of those teams in preseason. So the next logical question is, so what are we trying to prove by playing starters against Pittsburgh? It might matter because if we lose to the Panthers, see, again, we talking about mindset because we might lose to the Panthers. I think you can probably have low expectations on the season. Have the team is on RR. Who the hell told you have you? What the y'all be talking about? See this. Stop talking out your ass, people. Have the people not on fucking on RR. We get two, three people on IR, and we talk about half the team on IR. What fucking half team you are? Who's on half the team? And I love you, Mike, but who are these half the people on IR? Who told you that? Who we just saw? Matt Henderson going IR, and y'all was up here talking about Felipe Franks and Frank Darby. Those guys got cut anyway. What the hell are we talking about? Who's half the team is on IR? Stop talking out your ass, man. Use your brain for a second. Stop being emotional and use your brain. Half the team is not on IR. See, this is what we talk about emotion. Y'all just the fact of the matter is y'all saw Pittsburgh. Y'all wanted to kick Pittsburgh ass so the media can shut the fuck up and so you can brag to your friends and your Twitter buddies and your Facebook buddies and your Instagram buddies. That's what it is. It's all about brag. It's all about your ego. This has nothing to do with the Atlanta Falcons and whether or not they should have won that game. You want to be able to have bragging rights over people. And saying stupid shit like that to have the teams on, what the fuck are you? Well, who told you that? Because I don't see Grady Jarrett. I don't see Bijan, Desmond Ritter, Taylor Heineke, Drake London, Kyle Pitts, Jake Matthews. Bergeron, like we don't have half the people on the damn aisle. But the best of my knowledge, these guys are 100% ready to go. And I love you, Mike, but that's stupid what you just said. Like, see, you just got to be honest about yourself and your comments that you make. You got to get out of your emotions and use actual facts. That's not factual. You saw a couple of people go on IR, and here we saying everybody on IR. The goal is to win the Super Bowl, win the NFC South, host the playoff game, 10-7 playoff spot, win the NFC South, 13, 13-4. We need home field advantage. Oh, you gotta be a little bit more clear, Mike. I mean, even their team is not like half of their team is not even injured. Like that's not even true. So, so just be a little bit more clear. My bad, Mike. But we can't say things that aren't true and then expect people to understand what you're saying. You got to type exactly what you mean in the right context. You can't just say even like I said, even whether it's the Panthers or the Falcons saying everybody's on IR, that's not even true in itself. That's not true. The fact of the matter is, like I said, most people want things to go and people to. You feel like you're the head coach, and if you don't see the head coach play, if we don't see the play, if we don't see our players play, or he don't do things the way we should, then Arthur Smith is a dumbass. And like I said, it's still whether these guys played tonight or or they didn't play, you're still gonna have a 15 about a 10+ day layoff regardless. So does it really matter? Does it really matter if these guys play? Again, let's be honest with ourselves. Michael Williams, not Michael Walker, okay? And ATL Leo. People forgot that the, the Detroit Lions won all of their playoff preseason games and went 0-16. And we up here talking about whether or not the starters should have played one series. Did we not see when our starters played in one series? The only thing that they did wrong in that game was a bunch of penalties. But they held the ball for them their whole the whole first quarter, the first possession. But they chewed up like 7-8 minutes in that first possession. They chewed up then there 7 minutes of that first possession. But be out here worried about whether or not the offense is ready. Like this again, this is the stuff we talking about. This has nothing to do with whether or not Arthur Smith is an idiot. It's just you don't believe in this team. That's what it all comes down to. You don't believe, and you think the first drive from the Atlanta Falcons, what you saw was a fluke. You have PTSD because you worried about looking at everybody else. You looking at Cincinnati. Oh, Cincinnati has all the weapons. They have Chase and all these guys. You looking at everybody instead of looking at our team and understanding our team is a physical specimen. They physically dominate guys. You do realize that the team that we played, we physically dominated the Dolphins. We physically dominated the Cincinnati Bengals. Yeah, physically dominated those teams. But we're up here worrying whether or not if Desmond Ritter. I saw something on Twitter too about Desmond Ritter. Desmond Ritter sitting on the sideline like he don't want an MVP. Like it's like what the fuck is wrong with y'all? Like, what the fuck is wrong with y'all? Y'all not taking up. See, because you want to brag against your team. You want to brag on social media with other motherfuckers who ain't got nothing else going on in their life. Talking about, oh, but at least my team won the Super Bowl. Hey, we beat the Steelers in preseason. Oh, we beat preseason. We beat the Steelers in preseason. Does it count for the playoffs and our run and our quest to make to the playoffs? Does it make does it count for our quest to the playoffs? Does it count towards the quest to win the NFC South? Fuck no and fuck no. But you call yourself a true fan because you wanted to see Desmond Ritter again to see if it was a fluke. All I ask for you people is just be real. Stop lying. You don't believe in Desmond Ritter. You don't believe in the Atlanta Falcons. You don't believe in Arthur Smith. You don't believe in Terry Fontenot. You don't believe in them. But you masquerade around here and you put all of these damn, buy all these jerseys and buy all these equipment, all these flags and all this thing and put it in your house and put it on your car and then still go to watch the game and say, well, we didn't play all preseason. We didn't play our starters in preseason. We definitely it's the same old Falcons. Yep, all because you didn't see Desmond Ritter playing a half of, not even a whole quarter. You motherfuckers are complaining because he didn't play a half of like 3 series. You ready to throw Arthur Smith and fire Arthur Smith because we didn't see Desmond Ritter and the crew, Grady Jarrett and the crew, in 2 series of a game. But you call yourself a believer. You call yourself a Falcons fan. See, this is the shit. This is why people unsubscribe to us because you are not honest with yourself. You get upset and them all emotional because you don't see what you want to see. Instead of trusting the Falcons and this being a new regime. This is not Dan Quinn and all those guys. Dan Quinn was finna run the damn ball for nothing. He damn sure didn't give a damn about stopping the run. He damn sure didn't care about signing good players on the defensive line. Yeah, he don't care. He didn't care about none of that. He wanted to get the fastest, quickest guys that he can finally see, and them guys not be tough. But we're sitting up here worried whether or not Desmond Ritter, Drake London, Mac Hollins played 3 series in the first quarter. Like this is what all the hell is go. This is what all the fuss is about because we didn't see Desmond Ritter and we saw Jalen Mayfield. You as a fan didn't get what you paid for, so you want to get mad and upset with Arthur Smith because he didn't play Desmond Ritter or he didn't play Bijan Robinson. Y'all want to see Bijan Robinson. That's just it is a fact with a fact. But I want to speak on something else too. And John St. Clair said, my question, do you think veterans in the locker room are concerned of what happens in preseason? Come on, bro. People don't realize everybody get paid the same fucking amount in preseason. You get paid, okay? You get paid most of your money week one. So just on off that, off the rip, just off that alone in itself. You really think Grady Jarrett gives a flying you know what about playing in preseason? Nah, Grady Jarrett trying to get himself ready for week one against the Panthers. Because guess what? He gonna have to earn that check. That's what he's worried about. Arthur Smith is worried about escalators and how much money he's gonna get for X amount of wins and Super Bowls and playoff appearances. That's what Arthur Smith is for focused about. Y'all worried about shit that don't even matter. Talking about we're worried about stuff about Desmond Ritter playing 3 series in a freaking preseason game. Allen Joy, clout chasing, got them in their feelings. Week one, let's rock. That's what I'm talking about. Can't nobody sit up here and tell me like the real reason why they want to see Desmond is because Desmond needs time. Who the hell are you to tell Desmond and Arthur Smith if they ready or not? See, this is the reason why they don't like me. This is why they don't like AFN, and this is why they don't like the unholy lines. They don't like us because we tell it just the way it is. Y'all don't want us on y'all shows because guess what? We make you uncomfortable. We don't hide feelings just to smile in our buddy's face. Hey, buddy. Oh, man, we got the same thing. Oh, we got the same Bijan Robinson jersey on. Let's take a picture. Yeah, we make you uncomfortable over here. We talk about what's really real, what's really going on. I don't care nothing about whether or not your feelings are hurt because you didn't get to see Desmond Ritter. I don't give a damn about nothing you saying because you think this guy sucks. That don't matter. All that matters is what's going to happen. There's all what's going to happen week one. Y'all again worried about the wrong freaking thing. Y'all worried about the wrong damn things. Worried about whether or not the Atlanta Falcons gonna look good against the Pittsburgh Steelers. But I want to get on this issue that I have. I want to get on this issue what I have with this offensive line is just the offense. But no, let me fuck that. Let me say this. We got some morons that's really going out their way and say Jalen Mayfield was the absolute worst offensive line. Like he was the only person that was playing awful last night. This is what we're talking about. I say bully mentality. Yeah. Everybody go out of their way to try to tell you how much this guy sucks. Yeah, we'll go out our way to tell you how much Jalen Mayfield sucks. But did you talk about how Mike Tyler Vrabel how much? Look, if it was an ass when it came to measuring stick and how much ass how bad he was, this man would have the biggest ass in the world because he was totally awful. Tyler Vrabel was complete ass in every aspect of offensive line play. I forget the kid number 69 his name, but 69 was awful all game. 69 was god awful the entire game. Tyler Vrabel was complete shit the entire game and all preseason long. But we see a couple of bad plays from Jalen Mayfield and a couple of plays, and that's just me being, generous as far as that. Jalen Mayfield played well. But the thing is this is what we talk about. Y'all only focus on Jalen Mayfield. Y'all want to replace Jalen Mayfield, a guy that's been hurt. Not only he didn't play a lot in his rookie year, he didn't play last year because of a back issue, and he's coming back this year to try to re-establish himself, reassert himself as a potential spot on the roster. Meanwhile, Tyler Vrabel's been healthy. This dude has been healthy, and you guys are so worried about whether or not Jalen Mayfield is going to look good. That's what y'all worried about. You worried about Jalen Mayfield. You worried about whether Jalen Mayfield is going to play good against. Yeah. You so worried about one player, not realizing that everybody play like Schaefer play like ass, Mike Vrabel play like ass. The center was god awful too. Gwen, he was god awful. The left tackle was awful. That offensive line, that third and fourth offensive line was god freaking awful. But we want to sit here and bully Jalen Mayfield like he was the only one that was looking like trash. This is the stuff I'm talking about. This is exact stuff. See, this is the way coaches look at things. They're not looking at individual play as much as we are. They're looking at guys, put them in situations and stretch them out and see how they're gonna react. And if they don't react and they haven't reacted well, or they haven't improved well, they know not to put those guys in position. You put those guys in position where they can succeed. So this is why the preseason is here. It's why you have the preseason to put them in positions where they're going to stress. If we know that the Falcons are going to run the damn ball, but what we don't know is how offensive linemen are going to react when we're passing the ball. So this is the reason. This is the reason why you put Jalen Mayfield in pass protection as much as they did. Because if he was bad at run blocking, guess what? You would have saw the Falcons. If the Falcons were trying to run the ball a lot better and get people acclimated to running the ball, don't you think the Falcons would have been running the ball as much as they did? Yeah. Nah, y'all don't think rationally. You see how bad a player is playing, and y'all focus on that one player, and y'all make sure that y'all go out of y'all way to absolutely destroy that one player. Even though the whole team play like complete shit, but you want to focus on Jalen Mayfield. And this is the content creators I'm talking about. If it doesn't apply, scroll on by. If it's not you, mind your motherfucking business. But y'all know exactly who y'all are. Y'all going out of y'all way to make sure everybody know in the whole world that Jalen Mayfield played like crap. But you got Tyler Vrabel who gets absolutely he don't even get talked about. He's not even getting talked about like that. Everybody going on their way to say Mayfield is going to get cut. Do you realize it's going to be 30, 40 guys that are going to get cut? Not just Jalen Mayfield. And see, there you go Michael Williams with that dumbass shit we talking about. To be fair to Mayfield, he was never good. Who the fuck told you that shit? Who told you he was never good? Did you not see him playing at Michigan, totally dominating Chase Young? Yeah, this is stuff we talk about. Y'all don't do your research. You don't do no film. You probably do film, but you don't know what to look for and to properly look at film. There's plenty of people out here that watch film, but they watching it the wrong way. Is Jalen Mayfield technique poor? Absolutely. But if you put him in situations where he doesn't have to worry about players getting around the edge on him, yeah, he's a much controlled and a much better player. Why? Because you're not putting him in situations where he's going to fail. I thought that was the problem. Do you see the LA Lakers with prime Kobe and Shaq? Did you see Shaq shooting threes? Do you want Shaq shooting free throws? Nah. So why are we worried about whether or not Jalen Mayfield can pass protect? Don't put him in pass protect. Don't put him in spots where he's going to fail. And if you're going to put him in those positions, make sure that you have a plan. So when it goes when it goes wrong, you at least have somebody that'll chip. You at least have a running back to chip, a tight end to chip to give him help, so he can have a little bit more time to get outside and help out. Like, see, these are simple coaching mechanisms and strategies you can imply to help guys that are not good. But you motherfuckers are so worried about whether or not a guy can do it all by him damn self. And cause Prince Vamp, like, cause of this is the shit I'm talking about. We're a run team first. The Atlanta Falcons in 2021 threw the ball 560 times. And this this with these numbers, this was what Matt Ryan, and this was a year where the Falcons had the least amount of offensive possessions in the entire league. So the Atlanta Falcons in 2021, Matt Ryan was the worst offense when it came down to possessions in the league, and we passed the ball for 560 times under Matt Ryan. Anybody want to take a wild guess what it was in 22 with Marcus Mariota and Desmond Ritter total? Anybody want to take a guess? I put it on Twitter. Yeah, I put it on Twitter. Let me repeat that. In 2021 with Matt Ryan, this team threw the ball for 560 times with the least amount of offensive possession in the entire league. 2021, Desmond Ritter, Marcus Mariota combined for 300 and then 115. So it was about 415 passes that entire year. Nowhere near the same. Anybody want to take what improved with those numbers? Two things improved with those numbers. Two things improved there. Anybody want to take a wild guess and what improved? Yep, the sacks numbers decreased. Caleb McGarry became a borderline Pro Bowl player when everybody said he sucked. Yeah, Caleb McGarry improved. The sack numbers went down. You want to know why? Because we weren't passing the ball that much. We were running the damn ball. Let me say that again. The pass protection improved. Why? Because you wasn't putting Caleb McGarry and those guys in positions where they were going to give up sacks and be in pass protection. It's a simple solution, people. You don't always have to cut everybody because they're playing bad. If you improve the team in its entirety, the defense gets off the field, the Falcons' running game continues to improve. If the quarterback play continues to get better, guess what? We won't have to throw the damn ball. We won't have to worry about whether or not Caleb McGarry or Jalen Mayfield can pass protect. Because guess what? We're going to have the lead and we're going to have more opportunities if our defense gets sacks. We're going to have more opportunities if, guess what? If we get turnovers. So we won't be in pass protection a lot, anyways. And then when we do pass the ball, we use a lot of play action. We don't use a whole lot of traditional, you know, five, six, 7 step drop, 5 to 7 step drops. Why? Because we are run team first. We're like the Titans. We're like the 49ers. We're like the Ravens. We use our play action to pass the ball. So that's what improved. It was the offensive line play. Chris Dahlman, but Drew Dahlman didn't give up a sack last year. Caleb McGeary was a much better tackle because we ran the ball and we didn't throw the ball 500 times a week in a year. Excuse me. And like I said, even with those 560 passing plays, we still had the least amount of offensive possessions in the entire league. So this is exactly what I'm talking about. We be so emotional over things that may not even be as big of an issue as we making it out to be. It's a simple solution when it comes down to a lot of these schematic issues. If wide receivers are getting down the field too quickly, even if you get a good pass rush, even if you get a good pass rush, but your wide receivers are getting open way too quickly, it's a simple solution. Anybody want to know what that simple solution is? If the wide receivers of the opponent are getting open too fast, what's that simple solution, people? I just want to see how many people actually know football. If the wide receivers of the opponent are getting up the field and getting open too quickly, what's that simple solution? What's the simple adjustment that you make? There you go, Red Swarm. It's a simple solution, people. That's it. That right there. What Red Swarm just said. It's a simple solution. So when it comes down to play action, or when it comes down to pass protection, if your offensive line is better at run than pass protection, guess what? You just don't throw the damn ball. We make things so much more difficult than it needs to be. If Jalen Mayfield is not good at pass protection, well, you don't tell him to keep pass protecting. Jet like Southside Red Swarm, that's it. You press. It's a simple solution. That way you increase your likelihood of your defensive players getting to the backfield and they got an extra second to get to the quarterback. And the same thing applies for offensive line. If the offensive lineman struggles in pass protection, guess what? You don't put him in positions where he has to pass protect. You put him in positions where he can go forward and be aggressive, which is a strength of Caleb McGeary, Chris Lindstrom, Drew Dahlman, Jake Matthews, Bergeron. You don't put them in positions where they're going to fail and say, oh, he sucks. Maybe you're just stupid as a head coach if you keep passing the ball and you know your damn offensive line is better at running. Maybe you a stupid mother plucker if you got a Marshall Falk in the backfield, but you keep throwing the damn ball to a Bob Kozlowski. No shot at Bob Kozlowski. But this is the stuff we be talking about. It'd be simple stuff like this we talking about. You got a Bijan Robinson in the backfield, but you want to keep passing the ball to damn Mac Hollins. And again, this is no shot at Mac Hollins, and there's no shot at them. But maybe you are a stupid as head coach, or maybe you are stupid as a fan if you're worried about Jalen Mayfield being in pass protection. Football is not that difficult, people. It's not that dang on different. It's not that difficult. So again, I'm not saying that Jalen Mayfield won't get cut because one thing I always tell you, anything is possible. Nothing is for certain. I would have never thought that the Falcons would trade Matt Ryan. Guess what? It happened. I would have never thought that the Falcons would trade Julio Jones. Well, it happened. The way that those guys have been for this franchise, you want me to sit up here and say to myself that Jalen Mayfield is safe? Nobody's safe in this league. We done seen this. I mean, Aaron Rodgers just got traded to the damn Jets. So nothing is for certain. But at the same time, don't try to tell me that a guy is he got to get cut because you say so. At the end of the day, if a coach has exhausted every aspect of his coaching and that player hasn't improved, that will be the reason why Jalen Mayfield gets cut. Or Jalen Mayfield has had too many issues as far as injuries and what he has, that could be another reason why he's cut. Or it could be possibly that the Falcons want to throw the ball more this year and they want a guy that's a little bit better in pass protection than Jalen Mayfield. But I think it's more likely that Jalen Mayfield is going to get cut because they've exhausted every aspect of their coaching and he's not improving. You got to learn to think logically and not emotionally. And most of the people, they're not thinking logically at all. Can you imagine how happy Arthur is to have a wide receiver who can block like Mac Hollins? It's like one thing coaches love is all around wide receivers, especially on the offensive side of the ball, because you can count on these guys to not only catch passes but be just as good in the run game. Mac Hollins is one of the best uh, blocking wide receivers in the game. So the thing is too, like Mac Hollins is just not going to be good in the passing game, but he's going to be able to sell those fakes a lot better. Why? Yep, because teams are not going to know when the Falcons are going to run or they're going to pass. So when it comes down to whether Jalen Mayfield or Tyler Variable, like there's for me, I don't think anybody's safe on that offensive line outside of those starters and a few other guys. I think all those guys are under. Yeah, they on their last leg. A lot of wide receivers too. A lot of wide receivers. A lot of those wide receivers are going to be, under on the cut. Igwabuke. I thought he played well in the offseason. But if there's a running back that gets cut unexpectedly, the Falcons could quite possibly end up cutting him too. Just as Carlos Washington Jr. That could be a surprise cut in the NFL that nobody see coming, and the Falcons end up picking him up. So let's just stop trying to pretend like we know exactly what Arthur is thinking. We know exactly what Terry Fontenot is going to do. He's going to keep Jalen Mayfield. He's going to keep this guy. The Falcons probably already have a trade on the block right now that we don't have no clue about. They probably already on the phone talking to a guy about bringing him in, a disgruntled player from another team, and they end up trading for him. You know, because the Falcons got a little bit a little change, bring in another tackle, another player. They got a little change to play with, and they may want to, give up a fifth or fourth round pick to bring that player in. So it's like I said, there is multiple reasons why you should just learn to be patient. Stop being in your feelings about a damn preseason game. Like we so emotional about a preseason game, bro. Y'all ready to go in on a prayer for preseason. Scotty Miller. You know what I'm saying? That's a baller for you. I mean, the thing too, cuz is that we're so worried about the passing game, but we don't realize, and it slips our mind that we do have Bijan Robinson, Tyler Algier, and Cordero Patterson. And you think he's not going to run the ball? But we're so focused on passing the ball. We're so focused on passing the ball and looking cute for the media, we don't realize we're going to physically dominate teams. They've already stated that they're going to invest in the trenches regardless. So that does not mean in any way, shape, or form that any one of those guys on their offensive line is safe. Jalen Mayfield, Vrabel, Drew Dalman, Matt Bergeron, it doesn't noozle. All these guys, they don't mean nothing. They're going to continuously invest in the defensive line and the offensive line and bring anybody in. So moves are going to be made regardless. But this bully culture with our fans has to freaking stop. Y'all gotta cool it down, cool it down, cool it down, bro. Y'all were so emotional when you lose a game. I've never seen a team like this, and maybe it's just me, but like every time something bad happens, Falcons fans just go straight emotional. All right, so um, if you don't have another question, um, throw a question in there real quick. But check us out on the Heavy Hitters Live, all right, channel. Head over there, man. It would definitely be in the community tab, but check out the Heavy Hitters, THEE, Heavy Hitters Live. All right, that's the channel. We're gonna be doing the shows of the Heavy Hitters channel over there. All right. So if you guys can do me that favor, um, but like I said, a lot of just content creators, man, we just got to stop being emotional. And like I said, I know everybody wants to win. I want to win, but cool it down, cool it down, cool it down. Come on, you're about to lose control. Come on, all right, people, chill, relax, smoke one, drink something, relax. It's okay. I don't even know what day it is. Friday? Nah, we probably won't go tonight. Like Aaron Rodgers once said, relax. Relax, people. It's not the end of the world if a guy plays like absolute crap one game. I've seen Matt Ryan play like absolute horse crap. In the next game, he's passing for 400-500 yards. It's not that. I've seen Julio catch one pass in the game. In the next game, he going for 100 yards. Like, relax, people. It's not the end of the world if guys continue to play like if you see a guy play bad. It happens. It's the game of football. And it's totally disrespectful to the Pittsburgh Steelers to say that they just are a better defense. They got better depth. They are deeper. Their philosophy is to have multiple guys that can rush the passer. They have always had that. So relax. Right? Got a meeting. Got to head over to the 6-man K Styles. We got a emergency meeting, AFN. Well, besides that, holla at your boy when you see me on the street, pimp. Yeah. All right. Holla at y'all, man. Appreciate you joining Matt Mike for an impromptu live show. RP, Bray Wyatt, still in shock. I'm gone, baby.